Dad pushed the gas pedal hard through Chicago's empty old factory area, tires making screaming sounds around big holes in the road as the black truck got smaller in the mirrors. We pulled up to a broken-down building on the edge of town. Its rusty doors opened just enough for our car to fit through. He turned off the car, grabbed a big bag from the back, and we ran inside fast, pushing the heavy metal door closed behind us. The lock made a clicking sound that echoed in the damp air that smelled like old wet wood and mold from some factory that closed down years ago. "This place is off the map," Dad said, turning on one light bulb that made long dark shadows everywhere. "No cameras, nobody knows about it. Linda won't find us here tonight." We sat down on old wooden boxes trying to catch our breath. He pulled out a beat-up computer from his bag. It all started with those fake emails. He began as the screen glowed showing files. Months back she started sending them. Made up message chains making it look like I said yes to giving her my half of the family restaurant supply business. Lots and lots of money, Harper. The company Grandma built from nothing, selling kitchen stuff to restaurants all over the state. She kept copying Victor on every single one, bothering me during work video calls. "Give us control, Benjamin, or we'll lose all our restaurant customers." But I caught the fake stuff right away. Times were wrong, signatures were copied using computer programs. But she kept making it worse, paying sketchy money people to change dates on deals. I leaned closer, the dim light showing how tired Dad looked. "Why push this so hard? The business was always split 50-50 between you two." He rubbed his head looking stressed. "Victor told her we needed money to grow the business in other countries. Lies. He's stealing money through fake companies." I showed her proof once at the office and she just laughed in my face. "You're stopping us from getting bigger," she said. That's when the real scary threats started coming. Cut off my passwords, froze my bank accounts. The worry kept piling up on me. I couldn't sleep, checking business books at midnight every night. His voice got quieter as he told me about that bad night. It was super late during a meeting with a supplier at our downtown office. Pain hit my chest like something squeezing me tight. Thought it was just bad food from dinner, but I fell on the floor right there with blueprints and order forms everywhere. Paramedics rushed in with loud sirens going through the streets. I woke up in the emergency room hooked up to beeping machines with doctors making me stable. Linda burst through the curtain not even 5 minutes later. Not worried about me but carrying a huge stack of papers. "Benjamin, sign these transfer forms now while you can still hold a pen," she demanded, pushing the pen at my hand that had the 4 needle in it. "The company's future needs this or you'll lose everything Grandma built." Her eyes looked empty and cold. Victor waited right outside the room walking back and forth like a dangerous animal. I made tight fists imagining that clean hospital room with beeping sounds everywhere. "You said no." Dad nodded hard. "You bet I did." Told her absolutely not even as the pain medicine started working in my body. She stomped out mad, saying things under her breath about doing what's necessary. That's when Rita Mills stepped in. My old friend from medical school who's now a doctor at the hospital. She'd seen me for checkups before, noticed the bruises on my arms from stress, how much weight I'd lost. Snuck into my room after Linda left and whispered, "I know what's happening to you. She's forcing you out." Rita risked everything to help me. Changed my hospital records to show I died. Used a fake body in the body bag for moving. Rolled me out the back door in a laundry cart while they prepared the fake dead body. Drove me straight here. Rita's name rang a bell in my head. Dad's trusted friend from way back. The one who fixed him up after he got hurt at the warehouse years ago. She said staying alive comes first, he continued. Linda thinks I'm buried and gone, free to steal the business with Victor. But they're finished now. I grabbed his hand that was shaking. Victor's her boyfriend and secret partner. They'll take everything. Dad squeezed my hand back. Exactly right. He's the strong guy behind her moves, promising deals on beaches while draining all the bank accounts empty. She wanted me erased, Harper. Gone completely so she could take all the power. The heaviness of it all sank deep inside me. Our family business twisted into a trap to catch Dad. Right then my phone buzzed on the wooden box, screen lighting up the darkroom. Unknown number, but the preview message showed, "Linda, where are you? We need to talk about estate stuff immediately." The message came through the night, demanding to discuss Dad's stuff urgently. I snuck out of the hiding building while Dad slept restlessly on the box, his warnings playing in my head. Act normal. Collect proof. The fancy driveway went through perfect grass lawns on Chicago's nice side of town, the shiny house making fun of our struggling family problems. I parked, fixed my jacket, and hit record on my phone before ringing the doorbell. Mom opened the door herself, wearing perfect makeup and an expensive shirt. "Harper, you look so tired, honey," she said with that fake nice smile, bringing me into the entranceway lined with fancy restaurant equipment samples from our business. "Come in, let's get this done fast." She took me to the office room filled with dark polished wood panels and leather books. Dad's old space, now hers. "Sit down," she said, sliding a thick folder across the desk. "As Benjamin's daughter, you need to sign these transfer papers to put the restaurant supply company's money under family control. It's what he wanted. Make things simpler for growing bigger." Her voice sounded like she was making a business deal with a customer. I opened the folder pages, looking at the legal stuff. Share assignments, building deeds, bank connections worth millions of dollars. My eyes spotted the signature line. Benjamin's name written in ink that didn't match his steady handwriting from the contracts I'd seen during my website work for the business. My shaking fingers touched the fake signature. "Loops too curvy, pressure wrong, computer changes obvious when you look close." "Mom," I said, my voice getting stronger even though I felt scared. "This isn't Dad's real writing. The signature's fake." She stopped drinking her coffee, eyes getting narrow, looking at me over the cup. I pushed the folder back, heart pounding like crazy. Linda put down the mug carefully, leaning forward with a laugh that looked wrong on her face. "He agreed to everything before he passed away, Harper. Signed it in the hospital when he was confused. Don't make this harder with your sadness. Just sign your name and let's move on." Her stare locked on mine with a warning look, like she knew I doubted her. "Don't feel bad about questioning old signatures when the company's future needs us to act." The air felt thick and heavy. I saw how she'd calculated everything over the years, climbing from bookkeeper to boss, pushing Dad's ideas aside for flashy expansions. I stood up slowly, chair making scraping sounds on the rug. "I know what you did. Pressuring him out so you could take control." The words hung there as my phone kept recording silently. Linda's smile disappeared, replaced by a tight, angry line on her face. "Be careful what you say, daughter. Sign this or deal with the lawyers." I backed toward the door, eyes catching the small safe box tucked behind her desk, half hidden by a framed family photo from happier times. Us at the business opening, smiles that were real back then. The safe gleamed under the desk lamp, combination locks staring at me like a challenge. Heart racing fast, I turned the door handle, but she stood up. "We're not finished talking yet." The office door lock made a clicking sound behind me as I slipped into the hallway, her footsteps coming closer fast from inside. I went out the back door of the big house, avoiding her footsteps, and sent a text message to Kyle to meet me at the restaurant. Heart still pounding from the locked office, I ran through the side yard to my car, engine starting quiet as I drove fast to the neon light diner on the city's rough edge. Kyle Mills, my cousin and son of Mom's sister, was already sitting there when I arrived, hunched in a booth with his computer bag. The 25-year-old computer expert who'd done security work for the business during my internship days. He looked up when I sat down, eyes getting big behind his glasses. "Harper, your text said Mom's papers are bad. Fake transfers. We break into her downtown office tonight before she locks everything down." We huddled over gross coffee while his fingers typed super fast on the keyboard. "Your old intern key gets you past the front door," he explained, screen showing building maps he pulled from public internet records. "I'll mess with the cameras from far away. Make the video feeds show fake repeated footage. Go for that safe you saw. Combinations, probably something personal like someone's birthday." I nodded, adrenaline making my thoughts sharp and clear. "Try Dad's first. Fake overseas fraud stuff on a computer stick inside. Blown up restaurant contracts hiding millions. Kyle's plan clicked together perfectly. He'd park a van nearby to boost the signal and block any silent alarms after we got in. In and out in 10 minutes, he said. Company's old broken-down building means weak security outside. Rusty locks, no guards after everyone goes home. We matched our watches, the diner's humming noise covering our whispers. Night fell heavy and dark as we got close to the office tower. An old building from Chicago's good old days with paint peeling off and boarded-up windows on bottom floors. The air smelled like sawdust and varnish from recent shipments mixing with alley wetness. I used the faded key from my website marketing days, still working on the service door, pushing it open with a soft creaking sound. Kyle's voice came through crackling in my earpiece from the van. Cameras showing fake loops. You're clear for 5 minutes. Go now. Hallways stretched out dark with far-away fluorescent light buzzing. My flashlight beam bounced over stacked restaurant furniture prototypes. I got to Mom's corner office, door slightly open. The smell of fresh wood stronger here around design mock-ups. Safebox stood behind the desk. I moved the photo frame to the side. I punched in Dad's birthday. A clicking sound echoed as it opened, drawer sliding out smooth and easy. Inside sat the computer stick nestled among ledgers labeled expansion money. I plugged it into my portable device. Files poured out showing offshore bank accounts in island countries. Deals making restaurant project values bigger. $2 million moved through fake bills for pretend suppliers. Contracts changed to show Victor's cut. Emails connecting Mom's approvals. Found the gold, I whispered to Kyle. The copy bar crept forward. 50%. 70%. Data encrypting fast. 80% when the alarm panel across the hall blinked red from far away. Silent pulse. Heart racing like crazy. We ran down the alley throwing the copy drive into a storm drain grate when Linda's call lit up my phone about the break-in. Kyle yanked me behind trash bins, breath coming out ragged as my phone screamed with her name calling. I answered on speaker, voice low and quiet. Harper, she hissed, voice sharp like a closing trap. Bring back whatever you stole from the office or you'll regret crossing me forever. The threat hung there, hidden but super clear. Her breathing getting faster. I know about the safe being opened. Hand it over or the company's lawyers bury you in paperwork checks. Blick. The phone line went dead, leaving echoes in the narrow passage between buildings. Kyle whispered. She knows we were there. Data's safe on my computer. We split up. Me circling back to the safe house under cover of darkness. Morning broke gray and cloudy as I met up again with Dad, handing over the original computer stick. Rita Mills arrived soon after. Her medical bag swapped for a secure laptop computer. FBI anonymous tip box, she said, starting up encrypted software. Whistleblower website, untraceable through computer hiding programs. We watched files upload. Offshore ledgers. Inflated restaurant bids stealing $2 million through Victor's shell companies. Rita hit send. Timestamp tips routing to Federal Fraud Division. Forced signature evidence ties to your dad's testimony sealing the case shut. Dad walked back and forth in the dim space. She'll make up stories and say it's just grief talking. We have to wait. Tension coiled tight like a spring. Every creak outside made our nerves spike. 48 hours crawled by in isolation, radio tuned to local news stations. Linda took over airwaves, looking perfect in interviews outside the mansion. Mourning Benjamin so deeply, she told reporters with dry eyes. The restaurant supply company honors his memory, expanding under strong leadership. Clips looped showing her with Victor at press meetings announcing new partnerships while business shares dropped suspiciously. Headlines screamed, Business Widow pushes growth despite loss, hiding the federal storm brewing. We watched from shadows. Rita checking response pings on her computer. No word yet from agents, but they're stirring and investigating. Then headlights swept across the safe house front, tires crunching gravel late that night. Pounding fists rattled the door hard. Open up, Harper. I know you're hiding inside there. Linda's voice boomed out, filled with fury. Victor's dark shape beside her in the car beams. Dad stepped forward from the shadows, hand on my shoulder protectively. I'll handle this situation. He cracked open the door, chain still latched for safety. Linda shoved forward, face twisting in total shock at hearing his voice. Benjamin, you're impossible. This can't be real. Sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder every second. Police lights flashed as agents burst through the door, making arrests on the rainy porch. Federal badges reflected under porch lights with rain hitting their vests. Linda Mills, Victor Kane, you're under arrest for fraud and forcing signatures. Put your hands up now. One agent barked with weapons drawn but steady and controlled. Linda froze mid-shove. Victor raising his palms slow and careful. Handcuffs snapped on with metallic clicking sounds. Agents reading rights amid the downpour. Dad stood firm in the doorway, face calm as they patted him down by mistake before waving him clear and safe. Linda twisted toward him with wild, crazy eyes. Impossible. You're dead and buried. She screamed over the storm sounds. Dad met her angry stare. You made sure of that with your sneaky plans, but the truth always comes out eventually. Agents dragged her backward with Yale sputtering denials and excuses. Rita pushed forward with medical backup papers and altered records proving the fake collapse and death. Here's all the proof you need, she stated firmly, handing folders to agents. They took the original computer stick from the table inside, putting it in evidence bags. Scanners beeping to confirm data integrity. I called our family lawyer immediately. Court happened 3 months later with camera flashes from reporters everywhere. Dad told his story on the witness stand. The coercion, the pressure, everything. Rita explained the risks she took. Our lawyer showed all the evidence. Offshore accounts, fake contracts, stolen millions. The jury found them guilty on all counts. 25 years in prison. Everything taken away. Dad and I cut ties completely with Mom. No visits ever, no letters sent. He moved to a quiet neighborhood far away, working in a small woodshop. I built my own website business from nothing with honest clients who trusted me. Betrayal left permanent scars on both of us. But we learned that the law's strong grip taught us that greed destroys family legacies.